Whether you're visiting Rome, Venice, Florence, or the tiny charming city of Sperlonga on the southern coast of Lazio, you will be admiring remains and art pieces that fall within the four major historical periods: Ancient Rome, Middle Ages, Renaissance, Unification, which includes modern Italy. Ancient Rome. It all began with the founding of the city of Rome around 700 BC. This period extends until the fall of Rome around 500 AD. During this era, Italy, despite the brutality of conquest and wars, witnesses the flourishing of artistic masterpieces that encompass architecture, sculpture, painting, and engineering. So, when you admire architectural masterpieces like the Colosseum and the Pantheon in Rome, the grand Villa Adriana in Tivoli, the Villa of Domitian in Castel Gandolfo, or the ingenious architectural design of the Roman sunken ships on Lake Nemi, you'll know that they all originate from this remarkable period in history. The same goes for paintings such as the frescoes of Pompeii and Herculaneum, and engineering marvels like the Cloaca Maxima in Rome, one of the world's earliest sewage systems. Equally impressive is the lesser-known but massive Roman cistern near Castel Gandolfo, which stands as one of the largest and best preserved examples of Roman hydraulic engineering. All these are part of the remarkable era known as Ancient Rome. The second historic period is the Middle Ages, which span approximately from the 500 AD to the 1300 AD. This area follows the fall of the Western Roman Empire and begins with what is often referred to as the Dark Ages. It was a time of relative stagnation during which Italy became fragmented into numerous independent, self-sufficient entities known as city-states. Although this period slowed down dramatically in the overall development of art and engineering, it marks the rise of medieval art and architecture. The Basilica of St. Francis in Assisi and the beautiful medieval tower of San Gimignano in Tuscany are just a few examples of this era. The third period is the Renaissance, which spans approximately from 1300s to the 1600s. Originating in the city of Florence, the Renaissance was a true explosion of art, science, and humanism. Many of the famous names you will encounter during your visit to Italy, such as Michelangelo, Bernini, Caravaggio, Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, also Galileo and Copernicus in the fields of art and science, or Lorenzo de' Medici and Boccaccio in humanism and literature, were key figures who lived and flourished during this transformative era. The last period is the unification of Italy and its present time. So, it is a period that goes from approximately the 1800 to the present day. During this era, Italy officially became a united country in 1861. As you can see, Italy's unification occurred relatively recently in historical terms. To put this into perspective, Italy was unified in the same year that the American Civil War began in the United States. Even during this period, which witnesses the horror of the two world wars, Italy and Italians continued to excel in art, architecture, engineering, and science. Just to name a few outstanding figures of the era, consider the contributions of Enrico Fermi, the Nobel Prize-winning physicist who advanced nuclear energy and quantum theory. Also, Federico Fellini's contribution to the cinematic industry continued to resonate. Watching his movies today still fills us with a sense of awe and fascination. In architecture, the iconic Vittoriano monument in Rome, also known as Altare della Patria, became a symbol of national pride and unity, honoring King Victor Emmanuel II and the unification of Italy.